One of the more difficult groups of people I've had to work with as a priest have been some of the wedding planners. Both of us are working to have a good ceremony. I'm trying to bring about a spiritual experience that will help people experience the joy of marriage and strengthen them for the trials and difficulties ahead. The wedding planner is trying to match colors, make sure everybody's in the right place, trying to keep everything in order, and most of all, create a good photo opportunity. We're really working at cross purposes. I was thinking about that when I was reading the gospel for today. Maybe there was a wedding planner working with those 10 bridesmaids. Maybe the wedding planner, I'll assume it was a woman, gave good advice to the 10 bridesmaids. They may have said, brides and grooms are often late at their weddings, so be sure you bring some extra oil with you. And the sensible bridesmaids did that, and the foolish ones didn't. On the other hand, maybe the advice wasn't so good. The wedding planner may have told the bridesmaids, oh, you'll only have to wait just a little bit, so don't bother taking any extra oil. To be successful, we need both to have good advice and then to accept it and to live by it. Whether we as Christians are sensible or foolish depends on the quality of the advice that we get and whether we accept it and live it out in our daily lives. We believe that we do have good advice coming to us from the Gospels and from the church, both of them revealing to us how to live a holy and fulfilling and spiritual life. The Gospels give us the teaching and the example of Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life. They reveal how a human being is to live. And then the church teachings give us the accumulated wisdom of literally billions of Christians who have gone before us in the past 2,000 years. We really need the Gospels and the teaching of the church to give us that wisdom to guide us in our spiritual life. The readings that we are having now in these last weeks before Advent shift our thoughts to the end times and even to our own end time in our personal death. And they bring in all of the experiences of death and dying that we all have in our lives, and to all the experiences of grief. And maybe especially now, in this time of pandemic, we see so many endings and so much grief occasioned by COVID-19. We see the changed routines at work, online schooling. So many of our routine activities have been put on hold. Some of our long-term, short-term plans have been dashed or delayed. Sometimes we have endless Zoom meetings. Sometimes there's depressing daily news. Sometimes we're worried and impatient about the development of a vaccine. In all of this, the first reading says that the one unfailing presence and guide for us as believers is God's wisdom. Scriptures tell us that wisdom gives to the seeker an understanding heart to judge and to distinguish right from wrong. When all else is passing, wisdom will guide us to what is eternal and unchanging. Wisdom will reveal to us the real secrets of life and success. Wisdom will help us to build our lives on Jesus as the way, the truth, and the life. What can we learn from the readings today? I think first of all, we learn that what we hope for, both in our personal lives and in the coming of Jesus at the end of time, what we hope for is not yet realized. We have to wait, but we wait in hope. Secondly, I think we are reminded that Jesus is moving in our lives at all times, and we always need to be attentive to His grace that inspires us and strengthens us on life's journey. Today's parable points to a moment not just at the end of time, but now, today. It calls us to seize this moment and to direct our lives guided by the wisdom that God gives us in Jesus.